Hi, people. You know, Obama is running into big trouble now with the elections in 3 days now. He is going to be losing probably the Senate and the Congress. So obviously, it's going to be like a free-for-all with people just lurching out of. It'll be like in the Far West when they had the line and people lined up, and then somebody shot a pistol, and everybody just lurched out to claim land. And some people would go with bicycles, some people would go on horses, some people would be running. They go to claim their land. So it's going to be the same with both the Senate and the Congress will be Republican. Then all the birthers, all the people who want to do lawsuits about the NSA, the IRS, Benghazi, the birth issue, all the birthers, they're all going to want to close Obama down. So he's just going to be like the odd man out now. It's going to be crazy like in 3 days. But there are all these other people too who have been saying that Obama's the Antichrist for years since Obama was elected 6 years ago. There have been people like I know of a few videos of people before 2008. They were already, before he was elected, they were saying this guy is the Antichrist. As they say, he fits the Antichrist perfectly. They're saying that before he was elected. Then when he was elected, the day after his election, the lottery in Chicago drew 666. Now there's one guy here called Brother Darrell. Brother Darrell. He is a trucker. He works out of Illinois, Chicago, and on his videos you often see him driving into Chicago or driving through the suburbs of Chicago. And he's been saying in all his videos for years now, Obama is the Antichrist. He says the zip code in Chicago is 60606, but also he says the lottery drew 666 on the day after his election. So I don't know, how could people say before his election that Obama was the Antichrist because the lottery hadn't drawn 666. With the lottery drawing 666, that looks like a heavenly miracle, like an omen. And that looks like the realization of the apocalypse prophecy. But just saying Obama's the Antichrist before his election, okay, he resembled the Antichrist because of the being a lawless person, a criminal, being a deceiver, being a fraud. Okay, but seems incredible that they could do that, say that. Now, there's this very good news today, which I'm bringing you, and that's that I'm announcing that Obama's the Antichrist and the Christian apocalypse and all that, but I'm a Buddhist, so that is not my business. That's not my line of business. I'm busy. I'm preoccupied with the Buddhist apocalypse. The Buddhist apocalypse is in a text which is called Kala Chakra, which announces and prophesies the apocalypse. But we don't call it the apocalypse. We don't call the Antichrist Antichrist. We don't have the number 666. Those are all Christian words. We have our own words for that. We say the great war at the end of the end times. The Antichrist, we call him the demon king, Krinmati. And we have a description of him, and that fits Obama perfectly. So, because the description of the Antichrist for Buddhists says that he will have a faith, which is a mixture of faiths. One of his faiths will be Christianity. So, because of that, that's why I use the omen of 666 in the Christian apocalypse and the Antichrist vocabulary in those words. I use those words because it says that he will be part Christian. So the Christian apocalypse applies to him, and he is part of Christianity. So if the apocalypse happens inside Christianity, well, he'll be part of that because he believes in Christianity. That's what it says. That's what our prophecy says. Our Buddhist prophecy says the Antichrist person will be partly Christian. He'll be Christian, Muslim, Jewish. He'll have a mix of many faiths. He'll even have one faith. They say that he will even have a faith which has a slight influence of Buddhism called Manichaeism. So that's really interesting, very interesting for people who study apocalypse. The Kalachakra apocalypse of Tibetan Tantric Buddhism is a very important thing to study, and particularly Tibetan Tantric Buddhism is the highest form of culture in the world. So it's very important for people to study it. People who don't study that are way out left field. They don't know what they're talking about. So this guy here, which I just talked about, Brother Darrell, he has been talking. He's one of the rare few people on internet who says that Obama is marked by the lottery draw of 666 the day after his election. And there are several other people on internet who say that Obama is the Antichrist. There's one person in particular called Gabor Zolna. There are others like Darrell Lawson in California. There's Jonathan Kleck, who makes videos on YouTube. And there are a variety of others. There's one called Doc Kids, too. Doc Kids. He says Obama's the Antichrist. Those are all people who say Obama's the Antichrist. But now this one person here, Darrell, and I monitor their videos. And Brother Darrell says that now he is including videos of the first guy, Gabor Zolna, inside his videos. He has a 25-minute video here, but he puts a video of Gabor Zolna here. And so here you have two guys who say Obama's the Antichrist, and they're using, the one is using the other guy's video. So, and he uses his videos often now. I've seen that in the last week he's used 3 or 4 videos. So that means that the people who are into end time prophecy, to the apocalypse, they're now combining and using the other guy's videos. So they're combining their forces. And everybody knows when you unite forces, you get more power. Unity is power. Unity is force. So that's the good news. I'm announcing now this good news. And as I say, I'm a Buddhist, so I'm completely outside of Tibetan, of Christianity. And so I'm bringing this Christian message reluctantly, as a reluctant messenger. I do it reluctantly because I don't like Christianity and I don't like Jesus. I don't like God. In Buddhism, we don't have God. We don't believe in God. So for me, those are not like for Christians the good news. The Christian message and Jesus is all good news. They all call that good news. For me, that's bad news. Christianity is bad news. Christianity has done carried out war, religious wars, crusades. Buddhism never did that. Islam is terrible. Islam is the worst thing in the world. They do religious war all the time. Buddhism doesn't do that. We're against that. So that's why I'm a reluctant messenger, because I'm against these other faiths, Christianity, Islam. Those are not good faiths for me. So that's why I'm the reluctant messenger, because I bring this message reluctantly. My message is Tibetan Tantric Buddhism. For me, that's the best. There's no other. Okay, I'm going to roll that tape. You're going to see that this guy, Brother Darrell, who says Obama's the Antichrist, he's a Christian, he's using the tapes, he's using the videos of another guy who also says Obama's the Antichrist. This other guy is Jewish, so you see that these people are now combining their forces. Jewish and Christian, they're combining their forces to say Obama's the Antichrist. So let's listen to what he says. Brother Darrell.
Okay, people have been asking me about this guy I have on my channel here. His name is Gabor Zolna. First name Gabor, and the second name is Zolna. He's got a channel about the size of mine, about 2,600 and something subscribers. So, and he's having problems, people watching his videos. You know, what it is when you talk about Obama, I think they YouTube messes with our videos, and a lot of people told me they came and watch my videos, they go on them, you know, it's just, I don't know what's up either. I hardly getting any views anymore either. It's just unbelievable. I just think, you know, it's a spirit that is now at work of iniquity, is trying to keep people from turning from the truth, getting them off of, you know, people's channels and not being able to view their videos, making it harder for them to find their channel. I know I've got subscribers that I watch, and they're putting videos up, and then they never come to me. I have to go search them out and look for them. It's like, where'd they go? Oh, they're still making videos, but they're not coming to me. So there's something going on here. They're trying to block us, but that's his channel, and he's got another video up. I'm going to share this one also because it's got truth in it. You know, he's a Jew, and he's also got a broken shoulder he's talking about, and let's pray for him. I don't know if he understands the gospel. I don't really hear him talking about much of the gospel. A lot of his is about political matters, and I don't really get all into that, but hey, somebody's got to do it. So everybody's got a gift, and he's speaking the truth about the beast in the White House, how wicked and corrupt this government is, and then America's pretty much finished. Nobody's doing nothing about it. God's putting it in their heart. He's going to have Mystery Babylon destroyed because they're harlots. We're supposed to be preaching the gospel, but we're preaching another gospel over here, people. We're deceiving many nations, sending out these false gospels. These missionaries, they're not teaching the truth anymore. It's all about almighty dollar. And that's the truth. Hey, tell him Brother Darrell sent you when you go over to his channel. Okay? And I'm sharing his videos. I'm uploading them on mine because he's speaking truth about the beast in the White House, and the end is near. Jesus Christ is coming again. You must be in Christ. So tell him Brother Darrell sent you to his channel. Maybe he'll share some of my videos. God bless.
Hello again. One of my viewers sent me an interesting little link. I will attach it. You won't have to look for it. It's on DC Clothesline. And it talks about those 800 plus FEMA camps scattered all around the country.
Okay, so that video which we're watching now, what we just see on the screen now is Gabriel Zolna. And so Brother Darrell is using that. He's included that video of Gabriel Zolna inside his video. So they're collaborating and coordinating. And he just said, if you go to Gabriel Zolna's video, say you're coming from me, from Brother Darrell. So that's the good news. We see they're uniting. The people who are saying that Obama is the Antichrist are uniting. And I'm making my video now. And I'm going to be using that on Befort's News, at Befort's News, where there are two people who make articles with me who say Obama is the Antichrist. They also say Obama is the Antichrist, Lynn Liaz and Jay Will. So now we have, with my video now, we're 5 people basically. Those two, Gabriel Zolna and Brother Darrell, and over at Befort's News, Lynn Liaz and Jay Will. And they're going to be able to use my video now. So you people, gather everybody you know, people who, your friends and people who think Obama's the Antichrist. Gather now, come to our videos, and put your comments, get in contact with us, and we have to gather now. Gather all the people so that we can get our power together. Work up our power, because that's been the problem for all these years, the 6 years Obama's been here, is that people who think the same are not gathering. People have been separate, doing their own thing separately. Now we have to gather. It's just 3 days till Obama will be completely destroyed by losing the Senate and the Congress. So we have to move fast to gather, get our power together, and you have to move fast to be part of this. You have to be part of this energy, because if you stay outside, our energy is just, we develop our energy among ourselves. So if you don't come to us, then we can't. We're not going to disperse, and we're not going to squander our energy. We're going to go for more and more and more energy by gathering together. We have to gather together, do things together, and mostly gather together. Our big thing will be to gather together. So you people join us, and don't be late. Okay, bye-bye. See you.